is, quote, "We deduced that students didn't understand the implication of these concepts until they applied them in a complex and relatively large-scale project," end quote. In other words, this is going back to what I mentioned before in a previous podcast about situated learning. You need to learn some kind of a concept or practice or understanding within a moment where you actually apply that understanding. Otherwise, it's decontextualized with what you're going to need it for. So one of the famous examples that a lot of people bring up is math classes. And I'm sure many people listening can reminisce and think about how they might have had a similar experience where it's like, okay, I'm learning how to solve all these equations, but I don't know when I'm actually ever going to use these. And from what I have heard from math educators is that they kind of get a bad rap, and things have changed in math education, so it's more situated within something useful. However, unfortunately, it still has the reputation of being decontextualized from useful applications. So that being said, this kind of also reinforces the idea that you don't need to sit there and lecture on something out of context, but if instead you give an environment where kids are trying to apply their understandings in a situation where it's needed, then that can actually lead to better understanding of that concept or practice.